Hi again, everybody. Jim Thompson alongside Paul Santos, and welcome to this telecast of Dartmouth High School football. Tonight, Paul, begins the Division III tournament here at the high school against... Cut it. Welcome back, everybody. We had a little technical difficulty. I'm Jim Thompson. He's Paul Santos. This is what happens on live TV, especially locally. Tonight, Division III matchup, first game of the state tournament.
Yeah, lots of excitement here at Dartmouth High School. It's really great when you get into the playoffs. The Dartmouth Indians undefeated. Their opponent tonight only one loss. And the teams are very similar, so it should be very interesting to see how things turn out tonight.
Yeah, Doherty Memorial is the largest school in Worcester, and they can score points different than the Indians, Paul. I've seen them on film. Their quarterback, Romeo, is quite a player. They throw the ball 60-65% of the time. The Indians only give up 10 a game. They're going to have a hard time matching these wideouts for the Highlanders.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because, you know, one of the strengths of Dartmouth's team has been the defense, as you pointed out, but they haven't quite seen an offense like this one, especially one that's wide open and loves to throw the ball. So a big challenge tonight for the Indians in that regard.
And I'm sure they haven't seen a quarterback like Jackson Hart or a runner like Ray Gremlick. The Indians can score 35 a night as well, so they're mirror images of one another, so we anticipate a good one. Paul and I will be right back after this important message.
Dartmouth pride, let us welcome to the field our Dartmouth football team!
The town has a new communication survey that everyone in the community is encouraged to fill out, so that way we know how to get the word out about the issues you care most about. The survey asks how you prefer to receive information, where you currently get town news and information, what topics you care most about, how functional the town website is, and the convenience of public meeting times and locations. We want to know how the town can improve and what it's doing well communication-wise. The survey is available at engagedartmouth.org/howdoyoucommunicate. Thanks for filling it out.
Taking all captions. It's the Dartmouth High School Marching Band, Majorettes, Color Guard, and Cheerleaders. performance under the direction of Ian Flint and Thomas Hunks. Assisted by Mike Rayner and Brandon Cardia. Color guard, flags and rifles, supervised by Addison Caterly. Assisted by Samantha Hussey and Anthony Cabral. Cheerleaders supervised by Rebecca Braga. Band led by drum major Arrow Grove. Dartmouth High School is proud to present the Dartmouth High School Marching Band. Last week, our cheerleaders took part in a competition at Norton High School, and they came in third place. Congratulations, ladies. And they have another competition tomorrow, and we wish them good luck.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to this telecast of Dartmouth High School football. It's tournament time. And yes, the Indians come into this game ranked 6th in Division III football, Eastern Mass, with a record of 8-0. Tonight, they're hosting Doherty Memorial. They're out of Worcester, Mass. They come in with a record of 7-1 in ranked 11th. Gentlemen, this is a mirror image game of each team. Each team can put up points like none other. Dartmouth averages 35, Doherty 29. The Indians on defense give up 10. Doherty gives up 12. They're fast and athletic. Bingo. So are the Indians. Paul, your thoughts?
Well, it's really going to be an interesting test here for Dartmouth. Not only the fact that they're mirror images, not only the fact that they like to throw the ball, but really the question about Dartmouth's defense, how they're going to be able to handle this different kind of an offense that they haven't seen all year. All year they haven't seen an offense that throws the ball 60, 65% of the time. So what are they going to do? What kind of adjustments they're going to make? And that's going to be important to their success tonight.
Well, last week I had the great opportunity working with Ed Pereira on the radio side, Indians at New Bedford. And Andrew, the one thing I noticed in that game, the secondary had a little trouble with the Wheeler offense passing the football downfield.
Yeah, I think high school football is always a tough time to try to stay disciplined in the secondary. You know, a lot of teams around here throw the ball that much. So when you get a team that comes in, you don't know they're from Worcester. You never played against them. You know how much film. It's a short week, really. You know, it's one of those games you have to be disciplined. You have to know your defense. And, you know, Coach Martin, Coach Zach, Coach White, they do a really good job getting the defense ready. So it's one of those games where you have to stay disciplined on the back end. Don't chase too much. Stay home and stay disciplined and make the plays.
And if we notice one thing, Andrew and Paul, if there is a deficiency in the Indians, hey, they're perfect on the season. How much deficiency can they have? Special teams, we've seen some punts that aren't so good. Touching the ball when they shouldn't be. Little tiny things. Last week, Paul, they gave up a 90-yard kickoff return to the Whalers' good eye.
Right, and you can't have that happen tonight against a team like Doherty because obviously you're handing them an opportunity to perhaps really stick it to you at some point during the game, and you got to be able to bounce back from that. And Doherty's not the kind of a team that you can give that kind of an advantage to. But the other side of the coin, they got a guy like Louis Freitas who can kick those extra points and perhaps even kick a field goal. So if you have a close game and you need 3 points, you can always lean on Louis Freitas to kick the ball.
And on the offensive side of the ball, the Indians can score from any point on the field. They can run it up the middle with Gremlick. They got 4 wides that are very capable of catching the ball and run after the catch. Andrew, they have some pretty impressive stats on offense through the Indians.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we talked about all year how dangerous Jackson Hart could be running and throwing double threat. He averages 7.8 yards per carry with 9 rushing touchdowns and 11 throwing touchdowns. He's also hit Jalen Adams with 2 touchdowns on the year, and he's also hit his one of his main targets, Donovan Burgo, with 11 receptions for 3 touchdowns. So, you know, Gremlick also has a ton of touches this year, close to 800 yards on the ground, 10 touchdowns on the year. So a lot of different weapons. They got to be able to utilize them tonight. They got to, you know, kind of pull some things out they haven't seen this year, and hopefully the Indians come out with a victory.
And other side of the ball, Coach Martin. Last week, players were open in the secondary. As you mentioned, high school football, that happens. He's done a great job as always. He took the game back in control in the second half as New Bedford was forcing the ball downfield, but they couldn't get in the end zone.
Yeah, I think, you know, something we can see here is Coach White is the cornerbacks coach, secondary coach, so you can see him here live in person, always on defense down by the secondary, so look for him to be a big help, watching, talking to them, communicating with them when they come onto the defensive end as well. So, you know, but they always have a good system ready to go.
Well, let's take this opportunity to honor America. It's the Dartmouth High School marching band. Always by the Dartmouth award-winning marching band. So you folks who want to watch the halftime show, as we know, we have the best band in southeastern Massachusetts. The MIAA says, look, 10-minute halves. There'll be no competition, no band at the half. But you folks watching live on YouTube, stick around to the end of the game. That's when the band will come on, perform their show. So you get a great chance to watch playoff football, and at the end of the game, you'll be able to see the Dartmouth High School band. So, Paul, the MIAA, we've done a lot of games. They have rules and regulations, and so does the town of Dartmouth. There are more cones, orange cones around here. It looks like a construction site.
There's like a whole list of rules and regulations that have to be followed over here. But yeah, the MIAA, it's system-wide, it's statewide. Every single game has to be run exactly the same. You can't have a longer half, in one game and a different half in another game. It's all the same. It's all organized so that every single game is played the same way. The halftime is the same time. So that's exactly right. Very quick, 10 minutes at the half, and then we'll be back here for the second half.
Round of 16 game is underway.
And there's the kickoff. Dartmouth return. And this is Marcus Andrews, and he's got running room here to the near side. Cuts it back up the middle. Marcus has got speed. Look out! Marcus at the 30, the 25, the 20, and finally down inside the Highlanders' 20-yard line. Marcus Andrews takes the opening kickoff and sets up the Indians in great field position to start this one. Ryan Demers made the game-saving touchdown to open this up.
All right, we're talking about special teams right before the game, right? How about that? Marcus Andrews, the speed of that young man really takes it to the advantage of Dartmouth and sets up an outstanding opportunity here for Dartmouth on the first drive.
Now we're going to look at the Indian offense. Quarterback is Jackson Hart. Running back Ray Gremlick. And they are a threat from any point on the field. They start this game in great shape. And here's Gremlick, and he runs it to the right side, and he's wrapped up by Derek Ansar right about the line of scrimmage, being up second down and long.
On the tackle.
Just underway here from the stadium, Jim Thompson, Andrew Thompson, and the great Paul Santos. Welcome you people live on YouTube, and of course you people on Channel 9 and 18 in the town of Dartmouth. You'll be able to see this game rebroadcast throughout the week. Opening round, MIAA Division III. Doherty Memorial out of Worcester, Mass. They're the largest high school in that city.
Right after this play. Now they're going to go with their broken eye formation in the sense out of the spread here. Jackson.
Here's Hart. Here's Gremlick. Gremlick up the middle. Up there for a few. Ran right into Dean Pullman. Pullman, a tight end on the offensive side of the ball. Also a linebacker on defense. Short game, going to bring up third down on a long 7, Andrew.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. I think, after that long return, they want to catch their breath, let Andrews catch his breath, and, keep it safe. With Louis' leg right now, you can probably get 3 out of this, so I don't think Dartmouth wants to do anything crazy. If they can get the first down, great. If not, take a 3-point lead.
It is a third down and 7. The ball rests at
Adams and Burgo to the top of his screen.
Once again, calling signals is Hart.
This is Hart. Ball fake, rolls right. Hart looks, Hart throws. Corner. Got a man. Did he catch it? Yes.
Got it.
Is he inbounds?
Yes.
Touchdown, Indians! Marcus Andrews
A 15-yard touchdown
from
pass.
17 yards out.
Jackson Hart to Marcus Andrews.
Great job by Marcus Andrews to keep his feet in just at the end and crash into the fence. Great pass. Jackson Hart, if it's not for your man, then it's out of bounds, and that's the way to do it. So, nice reverse rollout. Puts Dartmouth up 6-0.
12th touchdown of the year for Jackson Hart, passing the ball and connects up with Marcus Andrews. We saw him on that 70-yard kickoff return to set that up.
And for Andrews, that's his 5th touchdown grab of the season.
No good.
And Louis Freitas uncharacteristically misses the point after touchdown. We've just begun here with 10:17 to go in the first. Our score, the Indians 6, the Highlanders nothing.
Well, we were talking about the possibility of wide open offenses, and I fear that Doherty would be moving the ball down the field and throwing it all over the place. We haven't seen them yet, so they're going to have their first drive. But how about Dartmouth with that huge return on special teams by Andrews' speed, and then the ability to convert and throw the ball into the end zone for a touchdown. Great start here for Dartmouth in the early going in their playoff game against Doherty.
It puts a smile on her face, and she's just so happy to find out that they
Very nicely executed play, the way Jackson Hart, the junior quarterback, just dropped it into the arms of fellow junior Marcus Andrews.
And Ryan Dennis back deep for Doherty.
A lot of juniors out there. Jackson Hart Jr., Ray Gramlich Jr., Marcus Andrews, Hart, all juniors. So they'll be back next year again, which is something that comforts the coaching staff for sure.
Absolutely.
Dennis and Burke. Sounds like a lot for him, doesn't it?
Yes.
Back deep to receive. Louis' kick. High and deep. And it's Dennis. Dennis has got speed. He's down the sideline. This is their opening kickoff return inside Indian territory. Down to the 45-yard line goes Ryan Dennis. Louis Freitas, the kicker, stood between he and the end zone. So the Highlanders start with great field position, Paul.
Well, how about that, right? Dartmouth gets a 70-yard return by Andrews, and then what does Doherty do? This gentleman right here, Ryan Dennis, brings him down 50-yard return down into enemy territory. And like the Dartmouth Indians, the first drive by Doherty is in enemy territory.
We'll get a look at John Romeo last week. 90-yard kickoff return by the Whalers. Special teams playing a big part in this game early. He gets it away quickly to the far sideline, and skipping out of bounds is Isaiah Burchett.
Knocked out of bounds by Marcus Andrews.
It was Marcus Andrews defensively, and that'll be a 9-yard pass and catch. Josh Romeo can really throw it, fellas. Saw him on film all week. He can throw it all over the lot, and he can run from his, just like our quarterback. He can score from anywhere on the field.
Second down and just one.
It's kind of a little swing pass here to the near side. The Indians have it defended. And they do a nice job with it. That's Tommy Quinn, second leading tackler on the Indians, making the tackle.
Well, they try a horizontal pass that time, and the Dartmouth Indians, they read it really well. And you see that first player, Donovan Burko, getting in there, the senior, to bring him down. So a nice read there by Dartmouth's defense.
Lost of 4 on the play.
Saying good play by Burgo, setting the edge, letting the pursuit come from the inside to help out there. Nothing too crazy, didn't let him get upfield. So smart play there by Burgo, and sets up Dartmouth for 3rd and long here.
They sent 3 wides to the top of your screen. Romeo out of the gun. Indians blitzing. Romeo gets it out quickly, far side, completes it, and it's going nowhere. And that's Javon Mays on the catch. Indians defend it well. No gain on the play. Ray Gremlich over there for the Indians to make the stop.
Donovan Burgo and Ray Gremlich in on the
I was kind of surprised to see them throwing the ball to the side again after that last play, Andrew. You know, it didn't work before. It doesn't mean it won't work again. But, you know, with the 3rd and 5, I thought we were going to see a pass down the middle of the field.
Yeah, I don't mind the play call. I mean, if you're going to get somebody in open space, a little wiggle and get up the field for a first down. But good play by Dartmouth secondary. They really come up and attack that ball and not miss a tackle there, but getting a stop.
And they're going for it.
Romeo on 4th down, looks to the sideline, gets the call. Straight back that time, good time, shoots it, caught. Indians defend it well, but it's going to be very close to the first down. Jason Martin, leading tackler on the team, made the stop, and they're going to say he made it by about a half a yard.
Very close.
Right down at the 35-yard line, but that's
it almost looked like Dean Pullman was going to bobble that ball, and when Dartmouth made the tackle, looked like it was about to pop loose. You can see it here. Nice catch, little bobble, and looks like he just got it. I mean, it's close play, but there's no replay here in the MIAA playoffs.
Kind of doing what they do in the NFL now. Teams go for it on 4th down a lot more than they used to. The right call there in enemy territory, needing only 5, and they figured they would go for it, and they converted.
Inside and not going very far, perhaps back to the line of scrimmage. Jason Martin once again making the stop. That was Burke, the running back.
Gain of 1 on the play, it will be 2nd and 9. Ball is on
Dartmouth only giving up 10 points per game on defense. Very, very solid defense, but as we said, they haven't faced an offense quite like this one, but in the very, very early going, they seem to be doing a pretty good job against Doherty, at least this first look at them. This is only their first possession, but still, I think they've done a pretty good job so far.
That will be Pullman. Backs a split behind the quarterback. Romeo drops it back to pass.
And Romeo gets rid of it. Incomplete. Javon Mays was out there, couldn't quite haul it in.
Javon Mays is incomplete.
Pass was just a little bit behind
It
him,
will
so
be
the
third
ball
and
went
9.
incomplete. It'll bring up a
Just a
third
tad bit
down
behind him, and
for,
it would have been a nice catch, tough play. So, again, Dartmouth is puts the Doherty Memorial team here in third and long, so hopefully they can get a stop here. But again, they went for it last time, so 2-down territory, I'd assume again.
They have trips to the top of your screen. Javon Mays, near side.
Look to the side to get a call. Burke alone set back off to the right of Romo. Back
Comes
to
to
pass.
Raj, the throw, it's incomplete, no flags. Gremlick on the,
There's a flag down at the line of scrimmage.
Holding. Nope, they're going to call roughing the
Often
passer.
they have a personal foul going to go against the Indians. So
Flag on the play, initial call, roughing the passer.
40-yard line. Now we're gonna wait for the
Worst possible time for that infraction to happen.
instead. They are.
Just about to hold them on third down.
Move the ball upfield to the
I wonder if someone hit him late. I didn't see anything. It didn't look like he was on the ground from what I saw, but maybe it was a
19-yard
hand to the helmet or something.
First and 10 for the Highlanders as this drive will continue with 7:09 to go.
It will
in
be
the
first
quarter.
and 10 for Doherty
Indians lead
on
it
the
6-0. And
19-yard
Josh
line.
Romeo
Take a
and
look
the
here at
Highlanders
the
looking
end.
to get that tying score here on their opening
Can't really see it, but
Romeo brings him up to the line.
it was a-
Step back to his right. That is
Sure, it was a
Burke.
great
He gets
call.
the ball. Burke tries to run inside
there's
right tackle.
Burke running up the middle, and Tommy Quinn
on the run.
came into the game with 71 tackles on the season.
Tom Quinn
Made the stop for Dartmouth High School. No gain, we'll call it 2nd and 10. Andrew, they stopped the run so far in this game.
yeah, I think going into the game, the Dartmouth coaches were kind of, I don't want to say happy, but they were, happy with the way that the defensive line can match up with this offensive line. It's not a huge line, and I think they thought they could get some advantages inside with Cadero and Figueredo. So hopefully a couple of those guys can make some plays against this offensive line.
Here's a good look at Josh Romeo, the quarterback. Here he is back to pass. Here's the right. That is picked off!
Romeo's pass is intercepted.
It's picked off!
53.
And galloping
Tom
down
Quinn.
the sideline is Tommy Quinn, twisting and turning down inside the 30.
All the way back to the Doherty 27-yard line.
It looked like a screen, either a wide receiver or running back screen. Quinn was right there to pick it off.
Screen pass intercepted by Tom Quinn.
Well, this couldn't come at a better time
To the Doherty
as Tom Quinn
28-yard
stepping in
line.
front of that pass right there and then took off down the sideline. And a nice return, Andrew, to set Dartmouth up deep in enemy territory again.
Yeah, it's a great return. Nothing stupid on the return. No blocks in the back, but it was good discipline by the Dartmouth defensive line initially to get their hands up and make that ball float a little bit longer in the air. It gave Tom Quinn the advantage to step in front of that pass. So big turnover. It's a big series here for the Dartmouth offense.
First turnover of the game. Let's see if the Indians could do something with it. Marcus Andrews. And Marcus gets back to the line of scrimmage. Wrapped up there by Derek
By Adrian
Ansah.
Weber. Brought down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. It will be 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
Well, except for that touchdown pass, which was very well executed, the running game hasn't been too easy to accomplish here so far against Doherty's defense.
No, they got some big linebackers as well. Between Pullman and Dowd, some big boys in there. So I mean, if they stay home and read their keys, they'll be all right against this Dartmouth offense. It's the secondary and the fakes that you got to worry about when you're the Highlanders.
There's Hart. He's
Hart on the
got it
carry.
himself and looking for room on the outside and is pulled down by his jersey by Javon Mays. Gain of about 4. Open field tackle by Mays.
Picked up 6 on the play. It will be
Barely got him. I
It will
mean,
be 3rd and
Jackson
4.
slippery and got to the outside. He's quick to the outside, so it's a nice play by Mays out there, all by himself on an island, basically.
Very effective play all year for the Indians with Hart, fakes to the inside, and people are thinking, oh, here comes Gramlich, touchdown leading player on the Dartmouth Indian team, and all of a sudden Jackson Hart takes it around the side, but pretty good job by Doherty's defense. Hey, they've only allowed 10 per game, just like the Indians.
Indians come out, Twins, both sides of the field. Hart out of the gun. And this is Hart off the ball fake, and Jackson's going to have himself a first down as he's close to the 15-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. The referee says it is a first down, just outside the 15. More importantly, Paul Santos, first down, and they possess the football.
That's right. A nice job there by Jackson Hart. Does a really nice job selling the fake, and that's something that, you accumulate with time. He's a junior this year, got a whole year under his belt, was the quarterback last year. Really sell that fake up, to around the side to Andrews, who they've had to watch today because he's really turned on the Jets against Doherty, but then he took off and got the first down deep in enemy territory.
Is Gremlick, and Pullman says, I don't think so. As the Indian running back, the leading touchdown maker for the Indians. I'm sure he's been well scouted throughout the week, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm sure they, you want to limit the inside runs, and we talked about all year long. He's so productive, but he's almost a forgotten man in a way of this offense. You have to worry about Hart, you have to worry about Andrews, and then all of a sudden Gremlick rips one for 40 yards on you. He's got a touchdown from 5 yards out, and you're down 14-0 real quick, and you say, well, what about the other two guys we're supposed to worry about? And no one really keys on him, so it's a good defensive system right now to key on Gremlick initially. So see what happens, but he's always willing to break one inside sooner or later.
Indians spread him out here on second down. Hart. At the RPO, and he just held on it, held the football for too long, and Marcus Andrews didn't have much to go there. Lost a yard, actually, so Paul bring up third down and a long 9 yards to go.
Not very well executed that time. It looked like they were trying to decide, what he was going to do at the last second, but it does set up this 3rd and 8. It was interesting because, when Doherty was deep in enemy territory, it was like 4-down territory once you get past the 50-yard line. If they don't get the first down, obviously 3rd and 9, they have a shot to get the first down. But if they don't, they got a big decision to make. Do you go for it on 4th? Do you try to kick the field goal? We'll worry about that later. Right now, the 3rd and 9. What will they come up with here?
He's Hot, rolls right. Hot throws, has a man. And going in for a touchdown is Ray Gremlick. Well done by the Indians offense that time. Fake left, roll right. Throw it to the running back, Andrews.
Kind of that reverse bootleg fake that they started running halfway through the season has been very effective for them. Kind of everyone gun and goes with Andrews, and wide open is Ray Gremlick. We just talked about. There he is, right on cue. Takes it in for the touchdown. Nice play, good call right there, and everybody's keying on Andrews. So if we can slip him out into the flat, wide open.
17-yard pitch and catch. Louis Freitas on now for the point after. Good rush. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Right through the town administrator's window, Paul Santos.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you might be able to sway an extra grade over there if you put that ball through the window. So 13-0 lead for the Indians. And boy, I got to like that call. I really love that call. That little fake handoff and then the naked bootleg around the side, and beautifully executed 2 touchdown passes for Jackson Hart to start this game. And just a quick reminder, the town of Dartmouth recently released a communication survey that everyone in the community is encouraged to complete. It aims to find out how people prefer to receive town news and updates while identifying topics you care most about. To take the survey, visit engageddartmouth.org and then click on the survey. Once again, that's engageddartmouth.org.
So, Andrew, if you're Ricky White, with 2:20 to go in the first quarter, you got to be pretty happy.
Absolutely. I think, we talked about it. It's the discipline on the secondary on a team that throws the ball. You have to read your keys. You can't cheat too much. You got to key on Andrews and those guys. But if you get caught looking in the backfield, there's guys open in flats, which is a huge advantage for Dartmouth. So hopefully Dartmouth does the same thing on defense, take discipline, and keep the lead.
This time, Louis is just going to kick it low and let it bounce, get the Indians' special teams time to set up. And this guy is really good with the football, running it back once again is Ryan Dennis. He's got himself a nice return. So 2 nice returns by Dennis. Set up a 1st and 10 now for the visitors, who now trail by a score of 13-0. They come in, does Doherty Memorial, with a record of 7-1, ranked 11th in Division III football. And they'll start this, Paul Santos, from their own 39.
Yeah, good field position again for Doherty, but the Indians have done a great job on defense. They slowed them down in the running game. And then, of course, the big interception by Tom Quinn, returned deep into Doherty territory, not only kept Doherty off the board, but it set up Dartmouth's 2nd touchdown.
Josh Romeo
right.
Romo at quarterback.
Romeo back in there at quarterback.
Set back off to his right. That's Burke.
Talking to their coach prior to the game. A lot of skilled players, but set his line on both sides of the football. They're very young. And he thought that would be the key to the game, and maybe that's why they're getting the ball out quickly and they do it again. And this young fella's got speed. That's Ryan Dennis. And he stepped out of bounds down here at
Pass was
Looks like
just
there's a
across midfield. They're going to
flag
knock him
and-
down at the 45 with a flag down.
Holding on the outside here.
On the
You know,
tackle.
We have a holding on the play, so wipe off that first down.
I think it might have been
Penalty on the play.
Burgo
Holding
trying to make that play on the outside. Was getting held by the lead blocker here.
Against
Penalty occurred at the 46.
Doherty Memorial.
The Highlanders, so this will push them back after what was a completed pass. You
can see right there on 5 getting held. And
First down, a little bit more than 10.
that's one thing Dartmouth has done well this year. We've talked about it over and over again. The wide receivers are very good at blocking. They don't do anything too crazy on the outside. They let go when the guy gets past. These referees love to throw that flag once they see the hands held. So
36-yard line.
big break for Dartmouth there.
So spot foul
13
brings up
for the Highlanders.
first down and a long 12. They mark the football at the 36-yard line.
Romeo at quarterback for the Highlanders.
This is Burkett.
And this is the jet sweep.
Reynolds
Bobble.
on the carry.
Reynolds turned the corner on the far
Reynolds
sideline, gets the penalty.
runs it across the far sideline. Hart's got him.
Led by a host of Indians.
Donovan Burgo has him.
Led by Donovan Burgo.
Dennis has a little attitude going. That's okay.
Jason Mott.
Was there. They were all up there in that one.
Picked up about 4 on the play.
The runner Reynolds. A gain on
The fact that Reynolds bobbled it a little bit, I think, slowed him down because he really had to concentrate on not fumbling the ball there. There was already a big turnover before with the interception by Quinn, so by the time he was able to secure the ball, it slowed him down just enough to help the Indian defense hold him only to a 3-yard gain.
So Doherty comes out, 5 receiver set.
they want to run here. 3 on the near side left, the one closest to us. That
Romeo,
is back to
he's got
pass.
time. Now he's going to try to squirm his way out of there. Jukes one man, that's Quinn, and rushes down close to the marker. Shoved out of bounds, but I think he may have the first down.
It looks like he stepped out right after the first down marker.
Close. I thought he got up over the midfield stripe.
And they are going to move the chains along the far away. 1:08 to go. Stadium clock stops. 13-0 lead for the homestanding Indians.
Doherty first down will be 1st and 10.
You can tell watching that defensive play that Dartmouth is very afraid of Romeo running the ball. There, Burgo kind of set back a little bit, kind of spying, and so did Tom Quinn. Missed a tackle, but slowed him up enough to prevent a big play.
5 wides once again. Ball just shy of midfield. Romeo gets it out quickly again. This time to Burchett. Burchett breaks the first wave of tacklers. He's across the 45 and down to the 44-yard line where the Indians wrap him up there. Michael Hawk, one of the guys there for the Indians. Maddox Dupree as well.
Louis Freitas on the tackle.
Well, let's take a look here again. There's another pass to the sideline, and it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of room over there. There's a pretty good read by the Dartmouth defense, and, they got a few yards out of it, but then gain tackled.
It will be
Sets up a 2nd and short. A decent gain there by Doherty on that play.
the Indian 44-yard line.
Play of this first quarter.
2nd and short.
To the near side left is Mays. Back to pass.
No rush. Throws it to the far side. Completes it. Indians do a nice job defensively. Hauling it in was Ryan Dennis, the speedster. Ray Gremlick was over there to make the tackle.
A nice tackle there by Gremlick in the open field.
Ryan Dennis is complete.
Gave him the
Jackson Hart on the tackle. Check
Give him the positive yards for 3rd and about 1. So I think they're going to let this go down, right? Into the first quarter.
Well, the clock ticks down to zeros across the board. We want to remind you as we begin to call the action here in the second quarter. For all you band fans, and man, there are thousands of you across the town, and you people watching on YouTube, the award-winning Dartmouth High School Marching Band, due to MIAA rules, there's a 10-minute half in these playoff games. So the band is going to play after the game. So Paul Santos, you're going to see 48 minutes of great high school action, and then probably another half hour after the game of the Dartmouth High School Marching Band. What could be better if you're sitting on your couch with a hot cup of cocoa?
Hot cup of cocoa, huh? Is that what you have at your house, a hot cup of cocoa?
No, I have a nice glass of red wine, and if I run out, I just go next door to Andy's part of the house, and I know he has something to add.
Sounds like a perfect setup. Yeah, that's right. The MIAA, they have rules that require that 10-minute halftime throughout all of the playoff games, throughout all the state. It has to be uniform, which we can understand. But the Dartmouth High School band, nationally known, renowned, tops in the country, their performance runs a little longer than that. So they figured, well, we're not going to take away the opportunity to see their performance. So they're going to put it after the game. So a good idea. So hang in after the game and check out one of the top, if not the top bands in the entire country, the Dartmouth High School Indian Marching Band.
So we start the second with a 3rd and 1. And they hand that off, and the Indians stonewall it.
Burke on the carry.
Malachi Burke, the ball carried. He lost a couple.
Yeah, nice play by the Dartmouth defense there. 53, which is Tom Quinn, and as well as there's a Figueredo in there early. Something that's kind of harmed Dartmouth throughout the years, high snaps kind of through that playoff. So got to get, both teams need to get their snaps down to get their cues right. So.
Well, you look across the way, you see the referee, you see the down marker, and you see how many yards they need to go to keep possession of the football. About 3.5 yards to go.
The head coach Sean Mulcahy has been pretty aggressive as far as going forward on 4th down. We're in Dartmouth territory, but not deep into Dartmouth territory, so we'll see how this works out.
Well, Romeo's been getting the ball out of his hands quick. Now he looks left, throws, got a man, first down. That was Isaiah Burkett.
Burkett is complete
So a pickup on the play of
to the 38-yard line of the Indians.
Nice job by Burkett to kind of just sit right in that little window of the zone there by the Dartmouth defense. Just
1st and 10.
Josh Romeo, look how comfortable he looks in that pocket. He's just so fundamentally sound, just zips the ball with such authority.
Yeah, no panic, just kind of all right, I know where I'm going, and this is going to be open.
Here he is. 1st and 10, throws. Almost intercepted. Oh, did he come down with it? Indians claim he has.
It is incomplete.
Oh,
That was a close call right there. Jason Martin, leading tackler for the Indians.
Coverage on the play by Jason Martin.
Quinn get himself an interception there too. It almost happened, but not quite. Let's see what they have on the old instant replay here with Dartmouth cable television. They're looking that over.
hit the ground. And the way he got up to it didn't really seem to argue it much. So.
Wasn't, you know, that counts.
2nd and 10 for the
2nd and 10 now for Josh Romeo. He's been quite effective getting that ball out quickly. 2.5 seconds is out. Here he is, 5-step drop. Here comes the rush. The first time they got him in this ball game. Jalen Adams and Donovan Burgo tag teaming Romeo. He took that time, Andrew. That was a 5-step drop. He hasn't been doing that.
No, usually he gets it out quick. I don't know what the play was downfield, but I was watching the two ends come up and get him. So nice play by the both seniors, Burgo and Adams, on that play. And nice to see those two kids not overrun a play and make the tackle on a big play there. And now it sets up, again, the Highlanders in a 3rd and long. So hopefully Dartmouth can make a stop here and put the Highlanders in a situation where do they punt this or do they go for a very long 4th and long?
3rd and 16.
Not only has Dartmouth done well stopping the run, they've also picked up a pretty good pass rush on Romeo the last few times.
Here comes the blitz. They pick it up well. He throws it long down the far sideline. Got a man out there. Falls incomplete. They're looking for the flag. They're not going to get it. Marcus Andrews was back there covering the speedster, Ryan Dennis. It'll bring up 4th down now.
So
a long way to go.
I'm not sure if both these guys are just burners, but the referees, I don't know if weren't in position. It kind of looked like Andrews got away with a tug a little bit, but the referees were not in front of them and they were behind them. So lucky play by the Dartmouth defense there not to get a big play call. Again, a penalty on the 3rd and long. So got away with them there, but you got to be disciplined on that back end like we've talked about.
And it looks like they're going to punt this ball away. Josh Romeo is in there as the punter.
Louis Freitas and Marcus Andrew.
Good snap. High riding kick. And the Indians going to call for
Fair catch by Andrews.
a fair catch by Marcus Andrews. Paul Santos, Coach Martin's defense, right to the right occasion once again.
Yeah, absolutely, especially against the run. They really had a hard time running the ball. And actually, even the passes, especially the passes to the perimeter, those horizontal passes, they've done a good job reading it and staying home. And the special teams, big interception, on defense by Quinn. And then, of course, that big run back by Andrews. Both of the touchdowns set up by big play. So altogether, the Indians have played a good game so far.
Absolutely. They've done a great job all year not giving up huge plays. We haven't seen an 80-yard break or even like 75-yard really break all year long. So, Coach Martin and Coach Zexer do a really good job at kind of taking no big play away. If you're going to beat us, you're going to go 10 to 12 plays down the field and take time off. And if you beat us, then you beat us. But it's a lot to do in a series.
There's Gremlick, and running room has been little to none the first half of this game. Carlos Turner, first Highlander to get him. They're going to give Ray a gain of 3. Just over 9 minutes to go here in the second half.
Doherty's defense has also done a nice job to the interior. Indians have not really been able to run the ball like we're accustomed to. Both touchdowns, passes from Hart, one to Andrews, one to Gramlich, and that's the scoring.
Going to be Freitas, and just inside of him, that'll be Burgo.
Hart, ball fake. He's got running room here to the near side. Breaks through the first wave of tacklers and has picked himself up 12 and a first down.
Weber on the tackle.
Yeah, nice play by Jackson Hart just to keep it here, read the end. Gets to the outside. Good blocking on the outside. Gets the first down. Their bread and butter kind of just get the first down, keep the chains moving, and go from here.
It's a little chilly night, Paul. You look at the people with their winter coats on, myself included.
Yeah, it might be the first night that we've actually had to go to the winter coats, but even then, it's still pretty comfortable, deep in the 40s, just under 50 degrees. That's nothing. Wait, like they say.
You wait. I'll be in sunny Florida in early December. Let me know how it is, will you?
Yes, I will. I'll let you know.
Appreciate that. 1st and 10 Indians.
High quarterback for the Indians.
And here's Hart once again. Jackson's across the 35 and close to the 40, and a flag comes in late.
Brought down by Patrick Dowd and Dean Pullman.
Dowd made the tackle for the Highlanders. And they're pointing in the Indians' direction, Andrew.
Yeah, I didn't see what the play was, but I was going to say it's a downfield, so it shouldn't be that huge of a penalty, but let's see.
So the ball will go back upfield to the Indian 25.
Brings the ball back to the 25. It will be 1st and 10.
They call it. I didn't see a hold there. I don't know where the flag came in too. I don't know what they were looking at, but
that was a late flag. Probably, I think the whiteout on the near side might have had a little clutch.
Yeah, look. I mean, that's the.
After all said and done, they're going to pick up a 1 on the play.
That's the downfall of a quarterback running to the outside. You want to hang on to it. You want to keep that block going, but you got to know when to let go.
After all that, it'll bring up 1st down and 9 to go. This is Hart once again over the right side. Jackson
by Xavier Powers.
Tripped up by Powers.
Ball is up to the 32-yard line. It will be 2nd and 2 for the Indians. Ball is on their own.
Brennan Carter's been in there, Andrew, at the running back spot on this series.
Yeah, I think I saw Andrews kind of taking a blow on the sideline. And he comes out now. So it was either Louis or Andrews I saw on the sidelines, but makes it a little bit easier to concentrate on Jackson Hart when Andrews or Louis aren't in the game. So
2nd and 2 here for the Indians. Hart hands it off to Gremlich, and Ray's perhaps back to the line of scrimmage. Weber, first guy to get him for the Highlanders. They're going to give Ray about a gain of a half yard. Paul, 3rd and a short 2.
Well, very important play right here for Dartmouth. I mean, they've got this 2-touchdown lead. It's come really by some big plays on special teams and a big interception, as well as a couple of good plays on offense. But remember, both of Dartmouth's scores came from short fields. So you really want to keep this 2-score lead. You don't want to let, them get some momentum by giving them the ball back in a good spot where they might be able to come down and cut the score in half.
There's only been 1 punt in this football game thus far. Here's Hart, rolls near side, pitches it out and out of the hands of Marcus Andrews. It'll bring up 4th down. Marcus had it, couldn't grab it,
Yeah, Indians will punt. Watching this play, it's tough to see if it was intended for Andrews or was he trying to hit Burgo right behind him. Burgo had a step too. You can see him holding his hands out saying, huh, what about me?
Down this end of the field. Just missing on that hook up to Marcus Andrews would have been another first down, but instead.
Well, I know it's early in the game here, only in the second quarter, but you get the feeling that the Indians, they've benefited from a couple of big plays, and you really don't want to let Doherty back in the game. You need a nice play here on special teams, good coverage, good defense, and keep them off the board as we head into halftime.
Jason Martin.
Doherty, they have some athletes. They've run the ball twice on kickoffs, and now we have a punt.
And just as you said, Paul,
Special teams, a big part of this game already. Bad snap by the Indians. Good job by the punter. Unfortunately, it's only went about 2 yards from the line of scrimmage.
That's like the worst thing that could have possibly happened in this situation, right? Really needed to get that ball deep into enemy territory. Really tough to recover from a high punt like that and get it away, and there was just too much pressure. And now look at this, a huge opportunity for high-powered Doherty to cut this Dartmouth lead in half, just like that.
Special teams, Andrew, this game been key.
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, it's all year long they've had pretty decent snaps, and it's the playoffs, and it's nerve-wracking, and I'm sure Martin had in the head 1, 2, 3. I got to get it off, and just did the best he could not to get it blocked. So good not to get it blocked, but puts your defense in a tough spot here.
Oh, Romeo fakes the run to the right, throws, got a man wide open, and it's caught down by the goal line by Javon Mays, just short of a touchdown.
Well, it's one of those plays you think Romeo's going to run it, fakes the run, fakes the sweep, and has wide receiver Mays wide open. Almost would have caught a touchdown if he didn't bobble it.
Highlanders on the Indian 1 yard line.
And the Indians secondary bit up a little bit, thinking a run was coming from Romeo. He just tossed it to a wide open receiver, and now they have first and goal. They trail by a score of 3-0. Now threatening.
Javon Mays, who made that spectacular catch there with the 1 yard line. 2 touchdowns last week.
And they give it to the running back, Malakon, and he's short of what he was looking for.
Nice play by,
Actually, that was Burke, I'm sorry.
nice play by Mick Figueredo to get through that line of scrimmage and be disciplined, make that tackle for a loss.
So Doherty takes a timeout. Second and goal. Crossed away, Paul Santos. I know you and I have talked about it, along with Andrew, all season long. Everyone watches offense and defense, and they listen to Coach Belichick. Not so much this year. But special teams, no one talks about it. 2 long runs and a bad snap.
Yeah, it's had a big impact on the game. You know, that big return that the Indians had led directly to that first touchdown. Andrews had a 70-yard kickoff return deep in enemy territory, set up the 17-yard touchdown pass from Hart to Marcus Andrews. And right there, this high snap made it difficult for the punter to get the ball away, and they've given Doherty a high-powered offense, short field, and we'll see whether or not they're able to capitalize on it here. It looks good from their point of view. 2nd and 2, we'll see what happens. Indians looking for a big play here on defense.
So they have 2 backs. Romeo gives it, handoff, touchdown, walking in, Malachi Burke. And that was rather simple, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice play design here. Kind of just everyone's keen on the quarterback, Romeo, and just give it to Burke and just outfield quick, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Just get up and get the touchdown.
Well, that 2-yard touchdown run by Malachi Burke set up by that 27-yard pass from quarterback
Burkett in
to Mays.
4 minutes and 16 seconds.
Quarterback Romeo to Mays. So here we go. Right back in the game, a 1-score game.
And Burkett made the extra point. We talked about special teams. Louis been right on the whole season, just missed wide left. Indians still on top by a score of 13-7. 4:16 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, we'd like to invite you to join us live on Thanksgiving. Yeah, we always have a lot of fun. Jim, myself, and Andrew will be there for the annual Dartmouth Fairhaven football game. It's coming from the stadium right here in Dartmouth. Coverage begins at 9:30 a.m. with our pregame show with a kickoff scheduled for 10 a.m. Again, that's Thursday, November 23rd, Thanksgiving morning. Watch all the action on Dartmouth Comcast Channel 18 or right here on Dartmouth Community Media's YouTube channel live. And it should be a great game this year because Fairhaven has an excellent team. Dartmouth with an excellent team. And like last year, it should be a real tight game between the two rivals. Well, Jimmy, talk about special teams. Here we go again. A nice return here by Dartmouth would be welcome.
So Burke gets a score for Doherty Memorial. We got ourselves a ball game. Low kick. This is Gremlick looking for running room. Takes one pop and then gets wrapped up by Ryan Davis on the special team. So with just over 4 to go in the second. You're watching Division III football live on YouTube. Excuse me, I'm Jim Thompson. He's Andy Thompson, and he's Paul Santos. Thanks for tuning in, and don't let Paul roam around your living room. He likes to, flick the channels. If he gets the clicker, he'll be flicking around. So thanks for inviting us into your homes. 1st and 10 Indians. This is Gremlick. And this is the best run of the game as he scoots out for just about 10.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier in the game, just get the ball to Gremlick. It's his bread and butter right up the middle. He takes a couple tough hits. Gain of 9 sets up the Indians for a nice start to this drive. I think this is an important drive for the Indians. Right before the half, they can keep the ball, score, sets them up to come out after the half to kick off a nice, more than a touchdown lead. So big drive here for the Indians, I think.
Really nice to see that gain up the middle there by Gremlick. We haven't seen him much today, and it's part of their bread and butter on offense. So a nice job to start with that. Very, very familiar play by Dartmouth.
2nd and short. Here's Hart. He throws. And he's double coverage. And did he come down with it? He did. Donovan Burgo. His 12th reception of the season.
The last few games, Burgo's really come up big for the Indians. Big-bodied kid who plays basketball. Played tight end here for the first couple of years on varsity. Went up there and got it for his guy, Jackson Hart. Big play for the Indians. And since Dartmouth 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line heading in.
Dowd and Mays had bracketed coverage on Burgo, and he out-jumped him, caught the football, sets up the Indians 1st and 10. Now from their 30-yard line. Here's Marcus looking for running room, spun down around the 28-yard line. Carlos Turner there for the Highlanders.
It's a big tackle there by Carlos Turner there. Got off the block of, I think it was Martin, and made that play. If he didn't get off that block, looked like Andrews had a nice game, possibly a first down there. So good play by Turner on that edge.
Held him to a 3-yard gain. Clock rolling toward the 2-minute mark. Indians holding on to a slim margin at 13-7. Hart, 2-step drop, throws near side. He's got a man. And that's Louis Freitas on the reception.
On the tackle.
So to bring up a third down,
it's going to be about 3rd down and 4.
We'll call it a long 4. They got to get it to the 21.
First reception of the day for the senior wide receiver Louis Freitas, also doing the kicking duties, and nice reception there, and minimal gain though that time, and a very important 3rd and long here for Dartmouth. 3rd and about 4.
also out there is Andrews. Now they're going to run the double
Here's
reverse.
a double reverse.
Oh, boy.
Indians have running room. And going in for the score, Marcus Andrews.
25 yards.
From
Touchdown run by
26
Marcus Andrews.
yards out goes Andrews for another Indian score.
Marcus Andrews.
First time we've seen that play all year. I love the call. Everybody's watching Jackson Hart. They've run this play all night long. Give it a Gremlick to Andrews, and just look at this lane. Jackson Hart's looking for somebody to block. Has no one to block. Untouched from about 25 yards in. Great play call. Big touchdown for the Indians with 1:16 left to go in the half. So it's nice to see Dartmouth throwing plays out they haven't used all year long, and you know it's tough to scout that when you don't know what's going on.
Freitas in for the PAT. Rides it up and rides it through. The clock is stopped with 1 minute, 16 seconds to play in the opening half. Paul Santos, things looking good with the Indians. That was a big score. They lead it now by 20-7.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing as Andrew was, the fact that we've seen a little bit of trickery right there. Doherty kind of caught off guard on those last couple of touchdowns. Right there, that reversed the other way, and Marcus Andrews, one of the quickest players on this Dartmouth team, runs it in from 25 yards out. And then the touchdown pass before where Hart faked it one way and then rolled out like on a bootleg to his right, and then threw the 15-yard touchdown pass to Graham like that, in addition to the Marcus Andrews touchdown. And the Indians have scored 3 times against this Doherty team that has only allowed 10 points against per game so far. So great job here by Dartmouth offensively.
Yeah, something we talked about earlier. It's, you know, we said we haven't seen a team like Doherty, but has Doherty seen a team like Dartmouth all year? We don't know who they play, so I mean, it could be holy cow on their side saying, how do we stop this? When the Indians kind of holding their own here, saying we played against, you know, a BR that's a bigger school. We played against the Bifford's Athletic, so I don't really know who Doherty plays, but it could be the reverse with them saying, oh my God, how do we stop this 3-headed monster?
Louis, short kick, trying to keep it away from Dennis for sure. One hopper down at the 20. And just a short return. Indians do a good job this time on special teams. And Romeo will bring him out now. His team trailing by 20-7. I don't know if the Wizard of Oz is here or something, but some guy just screamed through the window. It's not Dorothy. I thought she went back to Kansas. I know I've been calling it Doherty, but I think someone in the booth is calling the school Dorothy, but she's in Kansas, isn't she, Paul?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're not in Kansas anymore. But I can tell you right now, 1:11 on the clock, right? Coach Thompson, I mean, 1:11, that's not a lot of time, but, you know, with a high-powered offense like Doherty, you never know what could happen here.
There's Romeo's going to get it away quick. He's been doing this all night, completes it, and out to the 35-yard line. That guy's got me all confused. And people just poke their head through the press box and start screaming at you. And so a gain of 6 on the play.
Maybe you should be on the Doherty side of the field instead of our side of the field.
Yeah. Here's Romeo. He's got time. Now he's going to be chased out of there. He's got running room. Bumps into his own man. Still on his feet. Out to the 48-yard line. And a first down with Jason Martin finally made the tackle. Elusive, Paul.
Yeah, they should have had him tackled way before that. They had a nice pass rush come in, which they have had success with so far in the game, but he manages to break away, and now he's very close to midfield. Clock running again now, 25 seconds to go in the half.
Here's Romeo. Throws near side. Indians have it well.
Got it.
Covered, and it's picked off by Gremlick. He's down the sideline. Ray Gremlick. He's going to go in and take it all away for an Indian touchdown. Ray Gremlick.
Whoa.
What a turnaround with 11 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Worst case scenario if you're Doherty. Wobbly pass to the sideline. Great play by Gremlick to get the ball and go. And he's got some fast guys chasing him. He outran them all. And it was a good job by the Dartmouth defense not to make any crazy blocks. Huge play for the Indians. Sets up hopefully a 21-7 lead going into the half. And that is a killer.
58-yard interception returned by that fella right there.
Wow, what a great time for that to happen.
Freitas
And the kick is good.
missed the first one. Knocks that one down to Route 6. 11 seconds left in the quarter. The Indians now rolling at 27-7. What do you think of that, young man, Andrew?
Heck of a game so far. I mean, he's, like you said, there's the three-headed monster of this team, and sometimes he gets lost in the shuffle because he doesn't have the long, crazy outside runs, but makes the plays and makes the touchdowns when it counts.
And the band plays on, and they will be playing Paul Santos after the game.
That's right. Generally at halftime, but because the MIA limits the halftime to 10 minutes statewide in a uniform way, the Dartmouth High School band will play after the game. But you can see that Dartmouth sideline very happy. And Josh Romeo, you know, he wanted to throw to the sidelines to see if he could get the reception and have him step out of bounds to stop the clock. And I think that was read really, really well by Graham. Like, I mean, he stepped in front of that ball and then took off down the sideline. And wow, I'll tell you, 2 big interceptions by Dartmouth. Some great plays on special teams, some good plays on offense, throwing the ball successfully, capitalizing on short fields. And Doherty must be wondering what's going on here tonight.
Yeah, they're very athletic, as is Dartmouth. And this is going to be a little high. Pooch it down to about the 18-yard line. Muffed originally. And bringing it across to about the 30-yard line.
Led by Derek Stevens.
I think they'll have about 1 play here with 3 seconds to go. Andrew, I think they'll just take a knee and say, we can't take any more chances.
Yeah, I don't think it's there's no question about it. Just take it and get out of here. It looks like the Highlanders, I don't know if it's the ball tonight or whatever, but you've seen a lot of bobbles, a lot of almost, you know, muffs. On the toss sweep, that he almost bobbled it. It's an interesting thing going on with their offense tonight, and they're actually going to run a play.
Yeah, we saw 2 interceptions and almost a third.
This is Malachi Burke, and that'll end the half. And what a half it is. Paul Santos, 27-7. Indians. We're going to take a 10-minute timeout. Paul will be back as we begin third quarter action with a little recap of the first half. Again, there is no band here at halftime, but please stay tuned after the ball game, and they will play their normal halftime show. So still get 24 minutes of football to go. Then the post-game show with the Dartmouth High School band. The 3 of us will be back momentarily. Sit tight. We'll be right back.
The competition, the sacrifice, and team unity are the cornerstones of life for each and every one of us here.
Never in my wildest dreams. And when you're on chemo, you do have wild dreams. Did I ever think I would be inducted into this Hall of Fame?
My Dartmouth High School athletic days are some of my fondest memories.
I wish all of you in one day of your life could feel what this feels like. To do something you love for years and to be honored like this.
A Hall of Fame is something that is a great accolade. It's something that, you know, we've all walked into that front area at Dartmouth High School and seen them pictures on the wall. It's such an honor to be able to have my face on there.
Dartmouth Pride is more of, you know, wearing green, wearing Dartmouth across your chest, being part of a team, being part of a family, and basically just the spirit of it, you know, having the Dartmouth Pride to get you through those 4 years.
So much more than just these stats and these wins and these titles. It's this passion, this contagious feeling of Dartmouth athletics, and its legacy. It has so much heritage, and it's passed on year after year because of people who are here tonight, because of the coaches and all that they do.
Your team of state champions, the Dartmouth High School champions of Division III.
Wow. Oh, this team has been wonderful.
Touchdown, Jordan Todman from 60 yards out.
You're going to get knocked down, you're going to get hit, you're going to have a little pain, a little aggravation, and you got to understand that you've got to get back in the game. And I think that's life. We all get knocked down in life, and you got to get back and play the game of life and play it hard with a great deal of enthusiasm. And I think that's where I hope that they'd always do that.
The town has a new communication survey that everyone in the community is encouraged to fill out, so that way we know how to get the word out about the issues you care most about. The survey asks how you prefer to receive information, where you currently get town news and information, what topics you care most about, how functional the town website is, and the convenience of public meeting times and locations. We want to know how the town can improve and what it's doing well communication-wise. The survey is available at engagedartmouth.org/howdoyoucommunicate. Thanks for filling it out.
Dartmouth pride. Let us welcome to the field our Dartmouth football team.
Well, welcome back,
Returning to the
everybody.
field for the second
Third
half,
quarter action.
your Dartmouth
In about
Indians.
3 more minutes, 10-minute halftime show. Just a reminder once again as the Indians come onto the field, the halftime show will be played in its entirety after the ball game. So after the final whistle, stay tuned and watch the band. But in the meantime, in a bat of an eye, Paul Santos, this game got out of hand for Doherty Memorial. They trail now by a score of 27-7.
Yeah, very entertaining first half. Coach Belichick would be happy because there was a lot of action on offense, defense, and yes, special teams. Marcus Andrews with a 70-yard return to get the ball deep in enemy territory. It set up the 17-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Hart to Marcus Andrews. The missed kick made it 6-0. Then a 51-yard interception return by Tom Quinn. Got tackled in enemy territory, and then that set up a Hart to Gramlich 15-yard touchdown pass on a little reverse end pass, and that made it 13-0. Then in the second quarter, a muffed punt gave Doherty the ball at the Dartmouth 28. A 27-yard pass from the quarterback to Mays got it down to the 1-yard line. Malachi Burke then ran it in from the 2-yard line. But then the Indians with 2 more scores, a 25-yard touchdown run by Marcus Andrews to make it 20-7. And then Ray Gramlich with a 58-yard interception return as Doherty tried to come down the field with 1:11 left in the half. And Gramlich would have none of it. And the Indians have control right now, 27-7 going into the third quarter. A lot of entertainment in that first half. I think we saw a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and I think, Dartmouth has done a really, really good job on offense and defense. They've stayed disciplined on defense, not letting anyone really behind them, limiting the scoring to 7 points. And on offense, they've kind of stuck to their guns, Gramlich, Hart, and then big plays downfield to Burgo. So, they've kind of hit you in all different areas on offense. So it's been an entertaining half.
Dennison Burke back deep. And this is Burke on the hop. Burke's got room, far sideline. Indians chasing him, but not before he gets out close to midfield.
Here we go with the special teams again. Starting the ball at midfield. From the Doherty point of view, at least they're not a team that runs the ball. So from their point of view, hey, you're down by 3 touchdowns. Very tough to come back in high school football, but they have the kind of offense that, they get a touchdown here, maybe a turnover. They're the kind of team that could come back if you let them in the game. So it's very important for Dartmouth to not let that happen.
Yeah, and if you limit the big plays, I think it's the kind of offense that everything has to kind of go right for a while. So limit the big play. You're gonna get chunk yards. That's fine. Take some time off the clock.
Start of the third quarter. And here's Romeo. Here comes the rush. Looks to avoid it. Spins. Got himself close to a first down. They finally get him down. That's Gramlich, and he's out very close to the first down marker.
Brought down by Gramlich.
Yeah, they give him a gain of 11 and a first down. So Andrew, opening kickoff, good play on first down.
Yeah, Romeo's an extremely good athlete. You can see just the way he kind of holds himself back there. Doesn't panic, takes his time, gets a nice gain of about 12, 13 yards there without having any real issues of worrying someone's going to catch it from behind. He just kind of goes about his way, and easy first down for the Highlanders here.
Here's a good look at Josh Romeo. Malachi Burke, the runner. And here's Romeo off the ball fake, and he's got another nice gain down inside the Indian 35-yard line. Close enough for yet another first down. They're going to mark him just about a yard short, yard and a half. It'll bring up second down. Just underway here in the third. Jim Thompson alongside Paul Santos and Andrew Thompson.
8 on the play. It will be second and 2.
Give him an 8-yard run. Second down and 2.
3-yard line.
So they get a little closer here. Second down and 2 from the 33. Split out to the far side on the left. That is Reynolds. Near side on the right. That is Mays. 2 running backs in the backfield on either side of the quarterback, Romeo. Romeo runs the delay. He goes off on the left side.
This is Burke. Burke's got himself a first down where he's finally going to be taken down by Louis Freitas. He's still
Met first by Louis Freitas,
dragging Indians with him.
down, but a good
Jalen Adams.
run by Malachi Burke inside.
It looks like Doherty is finally establishing something on the ground, something they could not really do throughout that entire first half. 3 decent runs in a row. Clock continuing to wind down, but a little too early to worry about that. But 3 really good runs here by Doherty to start the second half.
Yeah, Malachi Burke's a big boy. You can tell in this replay. Keeps the legs turning and just kind of carries 4 or 5 Indians at the end of this play. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, and he's still turning the legs. That's what you want out of a coach for coaching him to just keep driving it.
He's a senior there, listed at 180, 5'10", but seems bigger than that.
This is Burke again, and he's out close to another first down. That's Jason Martin finally getting him down. But they're going to move the sticks. Are they across the way? Let's see. They're going to say it's a first down and goal situation. So the Highlanders have taken the second half kickoff, returned it to midfield, and now are knocking on the Indians' doorstep. There's Burke. Burke's got running room. Burke looking for the end zone. He's just going to be run out. Excuse me, that was Patrick Dowd. They're going to cross the far way. They're going to mark him down around the 2-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line. It'll be second and goal.
Well, from Doherty's point of view, this is exactly what head coach Sean Mulcahy wanted to see going into the third quarter, establishing something on the ground, something they couldn't do in the first half. Get a good drive together, get a touchdown, get to within 2 scores, and take it from there. And so far, the game plan has worked out.
Snap, and that is Burke looking for running room, and Malachi's going to come up a bit short. That was Ray Gremlick over there to make the stop.
Yeah, something we talked about earlier in this game. The coaches, I guess, talked to you before the game about the line is inexperienced. Down here, it's all or nothing for the Highlanders. They got to either make the blocks or not, and sets up a 3rd and 1. Obviously, I think they're going to go for a 2-down territory, but I mean they got to get the push. They got to have Dartmouth's defensive line moving backwards.
Clock rolls. Just under 8.5 to play in the third.
Once again, backs are split in the backfield.
This is Burke, and Burke is in standing up for the touchdown from 2 yards out.
From 1 yard out.
Malachi Burke with the touchdown.
So that quiets the crowd, including the press box.
Well, second touchdown run of the night for Malachi Burke. He's a player that you can really spot. A 5'10", 180-pound senior going into the end zone for a touchdown.
There's a muff on blocked. The point after touchdown, which was blocked.
So with 8 minutes
and the clock stopped with 8:14 to go here in the third. It's a 27-13 Dartmouth lead. Andrew, you got to give the coaching staff across the way. And a lot of things go bad in the last 5 minutes of the second quarter. To come out, good kickoff return, take it 50 yards in from there.
Yeah, I think, they regrouped at halftime and said we're trying too many, sideline to sideline passes. We haven't really got anything downfield. Let's go back to the run game. Let's see if we can get some positive yards that way. They got some big chunk runs. Good way to start their first drive in the second half of them. Unfortunately for them, blocked field goal there by Andrews. Sets up the Dartmouth lead 27-13. And again, we talked about special teams. Another blunder on a special teams play.
So the high kick goes down to Gremlick from his 14. Gremlick looking for a little room, spinning, still on his feet across the 35. Dragon tacklers out across the 35 to about the 37-yard line where Ryan Dennis made the special team stop for the Highlanders. Paul Santos, not the biggest drive of the game, but I think the offense needs a little momentum. What are you thinking?
Oh, absolutely. I was just thinking that myself, right? You had the 3-possession lead. Now it's cut to a 2-possession lead. You've got the ball here. Still a lot of time to go. You still have a high-powered team on the other side. You really don't want to give them any momentum. You don't want to give them the ball back like on a 3 and out and get them right back in the game. So a very, very important drive here for Dartmouth.
Here comes the run blitz, and Hart picks it up, keeps it, creeps his way up to the 40, perhaps the 41. Solid gain of 4. Patrick Dowd making the tackle 4.
Gain of 4 on the play.
The Highlanders.
Ball is out to the 41-yard line.
A couple of big plays on defense today by Dartmouth. The interception by Tom Quinn and the interception returned by Ray Gramlich. 2 big plays on defense. A lot of times you don't see that. You know, here in high school football, you see most of the offenses putting the points on the board, but a couple of big interceptions there by Dartmouth, both leading the scores. One was a score itself.
Here's Hart. And here's the little wide receiver screen to Marcus Andrews. And Andrews is down to their 40-yard line and an Indian first down. Andrew, have seen this play often.
We have. If you watch the outside, everyone's keying on Gramlich to the sideline. Nice slip screen up to Andrews. Gets upfield quick and runs his blockers. Very nice play. Gets him into Highlander territory. And, you know, it's another play that just keeps the drive going, keeps the clock running, and keeps the positive momentum going on this offense, and that's what they need.
Dean Pullman did a nice job from his linebacker spot chasing that down, but not before the Indians picked up the first from the Highlander 40. Here's Hart off the ball fake. He's got no room out there, and Dennis is going to drag him down for a slight loss. And Hart's getting up slowly. Got a little twisted
on
that tackle.
Now, the last game, you remember, Jim, he tweaked something. I believe it was the elbow, maybe, and then along the sideline, we saw him walking back and forth, moving his arm in circles and stuff like that. And anytime you see that, you think, oh, this is going to be bad. But during the course of the week, recovered, and he's had a nice game tonight here for Dartmouth.
Tough kid, 40-goal scorer in lacrosse.
2 touchdown passes tonight.
That's a career for most kids. This is Marcus Andrews looking for room, not going to get any. There's Pullman once again.
Dowd and Pullman on
Dowd
the
in there as well.
Pullman's had a nice game at that middle linebacker spot tonight. He's a big kid, good size.
3rd and 10 for the Indians.
Very interesting to see what Dartmouth comes up with here, because with a 3rd down and 10, it was a 3-possession game cut to a 2-possession game. You really want to get this first down, whether you do it all at once or whether you get it into a 4th and 2 or 4th and 3. You definitely are in 4-down territory, I would think.
Here's Hart. He's got time. Throws, and it was almost picked off. Patrick Dowd.
Oh, my gosh.
Right in his hands. And
well, Dartmouth is going to get a first down personal foul, defenseless player. I mean, that's a...
Penalty marker on the play.
You could hear the Indian staff. That's Donovan Burgo, I believe.
And you can hear the Dartmouth coaches. That could be an ejection.
That was quite unnecessary. The young man
foul, unnecessary roughness.
Ricky Wade out there.
Against the Highlands.
Huge collision right there with Donovan Burgo, and they're attending to him right now. And while we have a break in the action and the young man is being attended to, I want to remind you that North Dartmouth Library will be hosting an open house and unveiling its new donor wall on Thursday, November 7th. From 4 to 7 p.m., meet the new director and assistant director of the libraries while taking a tour of the library that opened back in 2020. The North Dartmouth Library is located right next to Potter School, which is at 211 Cross Road. Light entertainment, or excuse me, light refreshments will be served at that time.
All right, the guys in the truck have a replay. Andrew, lead us into it.
Well, the pass is a little high, gets deflected, and gets him in the high neck helmet area. Hopefully he's okay. But, I mean, that's when you leave your feet and kind of, you know, target or you know, try to spear somebody, it's never a nice play to see. And, you know, everyone needs to be healthy. And you know, these are kids out here. You forget about that sometimes we watch the games. And, you know, and hopefully it's not a head injury. You're always very concerned about that as a young kid. But looks like he's holding his shoulder. But, I mean, it's one of those dangerous plays, bang, bang, kind of. I know, yeah. It's just an unfortunate play that happens, and luckily he's okay, and hopefully he can
So we
25-yard
hope
line.
the youngster is okay. He comes to the sideline. That flag resulted in a personal foul and an Indian first down.
Big penalty there.
From the 25, there's Gremlick looking to bounce it outside, and there's that guy Pullman once again. No yardage gained by Ray Gremlick. And Paul, we've seen Gremlick average about 100 yards a ball game. Been bottled up on the inside tonight.
Yeah, and credit Dean Pullman. You mentioned him again, 6'2", 210-pound senior. You can tell he's a senior. Really, really well executed play. Fundamentally sound. Wrapping his arms around the upper legs of Gremlick and bringing him down for no gain.
We're not going to speculate on Mr. Bergo. He's going to be back in anytime soon, just kind of getting himself together on the sidelines. Going out to the far side over on the right. That is News Medeiros on the near side over to the
Second
left.
down and 10.
Hot is quarterback for the Indians.
Hot call signal sends Andrews in.
And Hart keeps it. Hart's got running room. Look out. He may go. He's down inside the 5 and tackled from behind. Javon Mays saved the touchdown as they'll mark him down at the 4.
We talk about how he's a lacrosse player. Watch him just slip right through that hole right there. Gets upfield quickly. Covers the ball not to get stripped. Big play there by Jackson Hart, giving the Indians a first down and goal.
First and goal for the Indians.
At the 4, it looks like.
Tough kid. Moments ago, got twisted down as he was tackled, and here he is moments later showing his speed, which he's shown all season long. Now the Indians have it first and goal, looking to answer. They hand it off to Gremlick. Gremlick down to about the 1 he goes.
He'll be down at the 1.
Just on a side note, we don't like to speculate on injuries, but Burgo was walking down there holding his shoulder and gave a thumbs up to his parents in the crowd, so that's a good sign for him.
It's a nice play by Jalen Givens preventing that touchdown. Second down and goal now from the 1 yard line. Indians looking to answer the Doherty Memorial score, which started the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Great camera work by our crew. Here's Gremlick. He's looking for yardage. He may have lost a half a yard. And Andrew, that number 10, he's quite a linebacker.
Javon Mays in on the tackle.
Pullman.
No gain on the play. It will be 3rd and goal.
Dartmouth kids are saying something. I didn't see what happened in the play.
Yeah, Gremlick was complaining about something.
I don't know if it was a late hit or a face mask or...
Donovan Burgo back in to the Indian lineup.
I think he's getting pushed down by the head, it looked like.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to kick his way out of there. 3rd and goal. Hart leans in. Is he across the goal line? He is.
On the quarterback sneak, and he's in for a touchdown.
I don't want to play referee, but it looked like he was leaning in before the snap, but we'll take it.
Yeah, it's a great answer by the Indians on that drive. Nice play. That's becoming not the tush push as they call it in the NFL, but nice, kind of like Tom Brady. You watch Tom Brady a lot as a kid, just put your head down and go. And he's a good enough athlete, strong enough kid just to push his way through. So
and how big is that personal foul, right? I mean, they had him 3rd and 12 or something like that, and that really killed their chance of keeping it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, I mean, kids make mistakes, and I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose, but it's one of those things that towards the end of the game, it's going to say, well, we could have been down 6 or 7. Now we're down a lot more than that. We're down by 20. So it's a huge break for Dartmouth. Unfortunately, Burgo got hurt in the play, but it's one of those plays that just are killer for you if you're a defense.
That young man is very happy with 2:18 to go. And the referees have had a little conference, and now they've broken that up, and Louis will get another shot at a point after touchdown attempt. Genvin to hold. Operation looks good. Not one of Louis' best, but just good enough. That looked like a Jimmy Thompson sand trap shot, Andrew. Not much on it.
No, just creeps over.
So the clock is stopped. Paul Santos with just over 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. Nice momentum change by the visitors to start the 3rd. Indians answered right back.
Absolutely, 100%. They answered back immediately on their very next drive. Come right down the field. They benefited from the personal foul penalty, but they took advantage of it as the 1-yard touchdown run, capping that drive by quarterback Jackson Hart. And now it's back to a 3-possession lead for the Dartmouth Indians. And even though, Doherty has some power on offense, and they are a high-powered offense, now they haven't got time. How are they going to score 3 touchdowns in 1 quarter? So as long as Dartmouth doesn't make any big mistakes, they should be okay as we proceed into the 4th quarter. And at the end of the game, when Doherty looks back, assuming that Dartmouth hangs on and wins the game, too many mistakes, one mistake after another, 2 big interceptions, not really securing the ball, bobbling the ball a lot. A lot of, special teams plays where they gave Dartmouth great field position and stuff like that. And you can't do that against a team like Dartmouth especially, and that really hurt them tonight at Memorial Field.
Well, Louis pooches this one down to the 28. Indians do a nice job as they advance it out for about a 3-yard return. Javon Mays was the return man. And now with 2:14 to play in the 3rd, the ball spotted at their own 35. Long field to go. They trail by a score of 34-13. Thank you for tuning in live on YouTube. I'm Jim Thompson alongside Andrew Thompson and the great Paul Santos. Always great to have him alongside. Not only do we have fun off air, but when we see each other around the town, it's a lot of fun. And I don't have to go very far, but next door now, Paul, to get a laugh.
Yes, exactly. We have a great time, and it's been enjoyable working with you and Andrew. And, hey, when you have an undefeated team, that's enjoyable to watch, too. And they're still undefeated as of right now, and it's looking good.
Here's Romeo with the handoff. And that's Malachi Burke. And Burke has had a good run here in the 3rd. Mike Figueredo making the stop for the Indians.
Good to see Donovan Burke back out on the field.
6 on the play. It will be 2nd and 4.
2nd down and about 4 to go here now for the Highlanders. Trips to the near side. And Romeo gets rid of it quickly. Caught. Enough for a 1st down out here to midfield. And that's Reynolds in the catch.
Check that, Martin.
That official has a good arm. He must have tossed that a good 15 yards upfield.
Jeepers creeps.
Let's see what this is all about.
They call late hit.
Let's see, we have a personal foul. Face mask. Maybe you can run that by again, and I'm impressed with the throw of the referee, one of the officials.
The referee who threw the flag was about 25 yards away from that play.
Well, let's see.
They go into Indian territory
So it's a tackle around the head.
It will be 1st and 10 from there. For the Highlanders,
doesn't matter. Play stands. 1st and 10 from the Indian 35-yard line. Trips to the far side. Romeo shoots it over the middle. Foul just a little short. Brian Dennis, the speedster, couldn't come away with it.
Brian Dennis, only a sophomore. Looked like he had some space in the middle of the field, but the ball was thrown a little bit low, underthrown, and it falls incomplete. And that brings up the 2nd down. Jim had mentioned about being live on YouTube. Always nice. We always hear from grandparents and friends around the country, maybe down in Florida, maybe out in the Midwest. They get to see grandkids play live now. So we're really happy to do that. And it's a real nice treat for the family members to be able to watch grandkids and relatives from afar.
Oh, they came out with the same offensive set. Trips to the top of your screen. Romeo thought about it. And here he's going to take off with it. He's got wheels. Spins around. Holding on for dear life was Jason Martin, who finally got him down. And that's going to be awful close to the 1st down.
It's quite the run by Romeo there, and just slipping and sliding all the way close to a 1st down. But the clock is continuing to run here, though, which is not in the Highlanders' benefit, but man, he's a tough kid to bring down.
offense. I'll tell you what, that's a couple of times we've seen Josh Romeo find a way to get out of trouble behind the line of scrimmage and turn a negative into a positive.
Well, they sure are taking their time getting the play in from the sideline.
This play should be in about 30 seconds or so. Split out to the far side over
Knocked the ball at the 26 of the high school.
Near side over to the right, that is Mays. Two running backs in the backfield. They give
Burke
it
on the
over
carry.
the second man through. That's Burke on the
That's
swing.
Burke, and he is really starting to rip the Indians
Brought down by
defensive front.
Jackson Hart.
Tough runner. That's a first down.
It's a pretty big kid, but watch this shifty move, kind of a little jump cut, and nice run by
It will
him.
be first and 10. Ball is on the 19-yard.
We're going to get another playoff. And this is Burke again, and he's out for another solid game.
Rougeau on the tackle. And that's the end of the third
That'll end the third.
With the score, your Dartmouth Indians 34.
Well, there's 12 more minutes, boys.
Doherty
Indians lead it at the end of 3 by a score of 34-13, but the visitors looking for a score deep in Indian territory. What do you think, Paul?
Well, it feels like Dartmouth is in a comfortable spot. I mean, obviously by the score at 34-13, and really benefiting from the mistakes turned in here by Doherty during the half of football, especially the first half and even in the third quarter. But just doesn't seem to be enough time. I mean, even if, Doherty can come down the field and score, and is still behind by 2 touchdowns, and the clock's going to keep running, and Dartmouth has been pretty effective defensively. They've moved the ball offensively. You got to be able to score a touchdown and then stop Dartmouth immediately, like 1, 2, 3 and out. That hasn't happened. So I don't think they have enough time to come back. But stranger things have happened. You got to close the door and finish the job, and that's the Dartmouth mindset, I'm sure, as we go into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Doherty gives up 10 points a ball game on defense, and the Indians have ripped off 34 on them. Indians give up about the same, and they're right about at their season's average at 13 per game. So
Second and 1 for Doherty.
Start the fourth.
Ball is on the Indian 8-yard line.
Welcome back to Dartmouth Stadium as we get set for the fourth and final quarter between Doherty Memorial and Dartmouth in this opening round game of the Division III state tournament. And right now, the Indians have themselves a 21-point lead at 34-13. However, right now, the Doherty Memorial Highlanders are threatening here. It is a second, well, they're trying to get everybody back together here on the chain gang, and now they have it. So the second down, the ball is at the 9-yard line of the Indians. And Doherty Memorial will be going.
So the referee now is,
second and
after a little chit-chat, we're ready to go. Second and short.
So, Romeo hands the
And
ball
they're
off
going to
to
run it to the left side. The Indians stand the running back up. Nice job there done by the Indians. Louis Freitas is one of the first guys to get him.
Louis Freitas on the tackle.
Ironport got up to maybe the 5-yard line. We'll call it the 6.
Let's see, they're going to mark it at the 6.
Third down.
Third and short.
On the 7-yard line, it will be 3rd and 3.
You see Burkett walking in along with the quarterback, Josh Romeo, who's had a nice night here tonight.
We have more high school football action coming your way as the Framingham Flyers pay a visit to the New Bedford Whalers pregame at about 12:45. Kickoff set. Wide field. To join us for that one. Well, big third down play here for Doherty Memorial. Calling signals is
And they run it to the right side and going in for the touchdown.
And he's in for a touchdown.
Is Burke. Malachi Burke takes it in.
By Malachi Burke.
For Malachi Burke, his
Third touchdown of the night here for Malachi Burke. What a night he's having. A 5'10", 180-pound senior in the end zone for the third time this evening. And there you see the young man right there. I'm sure he's happy with that performance, but he'd rather see his team leading right now. But with this extra point, if they can get it, it'll be back to a 14-point Dartmouth lead. Let's see if they can convert.
To attempt the extra point.
Last one was blocked. This one's a line drive, and it's wide to the left.
Oh.
So we talk about special teams a lot in this press box, and it's played a part in this ball game, I would say. Not a major part, but this looked like a duck hook. Far to the left.
Wasn't that bad of a snap. Got a little hh, but those are points that count, you know, especially when you're trailing. Every point helps, obviously, but again, we talk about special teams, and here's a play where you got to get the, I'm guessing the hands team will be out here for Dartmouth because Doherty needs to get the ball back, and they haven't really seemed to stop Dartmouth, and there's been real no 3-and-outs all night long, so.
And you guys notice the holiday season is right around the corner?
It's right around the corner. It's sneaking up on us, Jim.
You can watch all of the Dartmouth Public Schools music holiday concerts live online on DCTV's YouTube channel. Follow DCTV on Facebook, Instagram, or X to be alerted to when these live streams will take place. All right. Indians have the hands team out there.
You know, that 15 points doesn't seem like a big difference between 14 and 15, but it could.
See the Indians all lined up at midfield. Josh Romeo. And he kicks it deep.
Andrews on the
And this is the Indians' Marcus Andrews. And Marcus is across the 20 and out to the 25-yard line. And he took quite a hit. And he gets up and he says, wow, I've had a tough game already. Between my shoulder and now my leg. We're in a playoff game. He's a tough kid.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians on their own 24-yard line.
So, Paul Santos 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. At least a couple of first downs would help.
Yeah, absolutely. And so far, they really have not struggled offensively. They've moved the ball pretty well. They've had the ball on short fields as well. But the last time he had the ball, they answered back. They moved down the field, and the offense has definitely delivered when they've needed to.
Signals is hot. He turns and hands the ball.
There's Gremlick, met at the line of scrimmage, breaks through that tackle, crawled his way out to the 26 where that man, Andrew Thompson, Dean Pullman, he's had quite a game on the defensive side of the football.
He's been everywhere tonight for the Highlanders. Had a very nice game. Made a lot of big tackles in the middle of the field and stopped Gremlick all night long. He's been the Gremlick stopper, really.
27-yard line.
I think Ray's going to have nightmares about that kid. That was a short gain. 2nd down and 7.
As we get closer to that 10-minute point. Hart brings him up to the line of scrimmage on a 2nd down and 7. Calls signals and he turns and
Hart's going to keep it. Looks for running room. They're chasing him. He's not going to get it. Derek Ansar was chasing him down. Had the angle on the quarterback. Hart brought him down for a loss.
So I'll just get an update. I know if Dartmouth pulls this game out, they'll play Milton. And I would just inform that Milton is currently in the lead 23-7. So if Dartmouth pulls this game out, they'll face Milton, who seems to have a commanding lead right now.
At Milton. When I see Peter Chase, well, I don't see him. I know he's in the truck going, I don't think so, maybe. We couldn't get a good place to broadcast it from, and oh my goodness, he's going to have a tough decision to make.
It's a house of horrors for the Indians.
Oh, it is. Here's Hart. He's going to take it. Hart's got room. Runs into his own man. He's going to come up short of the first down he was looking for. The ball came loose in the end. They're going to mark him down, however, but he's going to be short by a yard or two.
Well, that is a big run there by Jackson Hart, but it's just not enough to get the first down, unfortunately, for Dartmouth, right? Just a couple more yards. They keep the ball. And so now the Indians are going to have to punt the ball back to Doherty. Still a 2-possession game, but Doherty theoretically, you know, if they can come in and score and then hold Dartmouth again, you know, the Indians are not totally out of the woods. So we'll see if Dartmouth's defense can come up big. They've done a pretty good job on Doherty all game long, and let's see if they'll be able to do it here. Doherty getting good field position, presumably, here on this punt.
Got to watch the snap. It's been high earlier in this one. Good snap this time. There's the rush, and they block it.
Oh, no.
They block it. And going in for the score is the big fella, Jalen Gibbons. My goodness gracious, special teams, a house of horrors for the Indians.
See where he came from right off the end, number 1. Oh, well, it's a good snap, too, just didn't get it off in time. Worst case scenario if you're Dartmouth right there. Kind of gets them the momentum and right back in this game. And it looks like they're going for 2.
Well, they're going to have to go for 2 at some point because, they missed that extra point before. So they're going to have to go for 2.
Missed 2 of them.
Missed 2 of them, that's right. And Dartmouth missed 1.
Doherty is going for 2 points.
So here we go.
Doherty can come up with it here.
Romeo looking. Now a late pitch, and it's a touchdown. Malachi Burke takes it in for the 2-point conversion off the option.
What an athletic play by Romeo. Kind of held it. Andrews is in no man's land by himself out there. And nice late pitch for a 2-point conversion.
And how about this? 34-27, a totally different game. It was a 3-possession game, what feels like a few moments ago. And a touchdown by Burke, followed by that blocked punt touchdown just a moment ago by Jalen Givens. And, of course, the run by Malachi Burke just a few minutes before that. And all of a sudden, the 3-possession lead is suddenly a 1-possession lead with a lot of time on the clock, too. 8:24 to go.
And Burke has changed this game offensively for Doherty Memorial, picking up chunk yardage after chunk yardage runs, just ripping the interior line of the Indians has really changed the game for them. So here are the Indians on special teams. Marcus Andrews looking for room. He's got the 25-30, trips down to the 32-yard line where the Indians will set up shop. 1st and 10, 8:17 to go in this one. And all of a sudden we have a 34-27 game.
I was thinking to myself, right, time being the enemy of Doherty, they didn't have much time to come back, but I was thinking to myself, they're going to need at least 1 turnover. But that turnover was a turnover that converted into an immediate touchdown. So that was like, a double whammy there. And this is talk about a huge, important drive here for Dartmouth right now. They got to keep their momentum going. The last time they had the ball, they really didn't get very far. So hopefully they can return to first half form and move the ball down into Doherty territory here.
Well, there's a young man that can do it at the helm is Jackson Hart. One of the best players in the area, and he keeps it on first down. He's got the outside, and he's pulled down by his jersey. Indian coach is screaming from upstairs.
No flag, but the Dartmouth Indians wanted a horse collar tackle now. Let's see if he gets Jackson Hart by the back of the jersey. It's pretty close.
Well, it was a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down at 5. The Indians have to keep possession of the football here.
When John Hughes used to call my late tag team partner, Jack Peterson, in the morning show, when what was going on, still there, It's a 2nd down and 4. The ball rests at the 39. Indians could use a first down here. Jackson Hart calls to descends in motion.
Here's Hart. Hart's got room. Hart's got himself a first down. Out to the 48-yard line. And I think my hunch is right, Andrew. If I'm Ricky White, I say this is the guy that's going to win the game for me. He's our best player.
Yeah, he's the best player in the area by far, all year long. And he's made all the right decisions all year long. He's never done anything that puts a team in jeopardy, and the best athlete on the field every game. So why not just keep the bread and butter going?
1st and 10 Indians. Clock rolling. Just under 7 to go. 1-score game. Who would have thought it 15 minutes ago? Here's Gremlick. He's got room, and Ray rambles out for a first down. Gain of 12.
How about the Dartmouth offense answering here with their top players? You talk about Jackson Hart. Now they hand off to the touchdown maker, Ray Gramlich, and he turns on the power, goes up the middle, ends up being tackled at the enemy 40-yard line. Put it down as another first down, back-to-back here for the Dartmouth Indians, and 2 huge first downs here in the middle of the 4th quarter.
And that guy Pullman once again, chasing him down from behind. He's made a ton of tackles in this one. 1st and 10 Indians. They're playing keep away at this point.
1st and 10 for the Indians.
Here's Gramlich again. He rips off another solid run of 5 or 6. And is that number 10, Pullman. making the stop.
It's up to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 5.
So if you're the Highlander defense, so you can't just key on Hart running these plays. I mean, the last couple of plays, it's been Gremlich 8, 6, 5 yards. So, you know, the dual threat of Hart and Andrews and Gremlich is really coming to play here right now. The clock's ticking, and sooner or later they'll be in, hopefully, Louis Freitas territory, and that could be a big play, too, for the Indians.
Indians send 3 wide to the short side of the field. 2nd and 5. There's Andrews. Marcus looking for room, running into his own men. He's going to lose on that one. Patrick Dowd making the stop. Big play by the Doherty defense. And Andrews limps off the field. He had trouble against New Bedford last week. Here's a guy who needs a Tylenol. Ricky White right about now. Under 5 to go. His team clinging to a 1-score lead.
And the thing is, as Andrew pointed out a moment ago, right, just outside of Louis Freitas' territory, perhaps one more first down, and they'd have that opportunity to make it a 2-possession game.
Hart rolls, throws, got a man open, and a one-handed catch. Did he catch it? No, the official says no. Gremlich had it for a moment. Bootleg to the near side of the field and just perhaps overthrown.
That was the same exact play that they scored a touchdown on earlier in the game, and he had him there just slightly overthrown. Gremlich did everything he could to haul that ball in with his fingertips, was unable to do so, and it brings up 4th and 6.
So the clock is stopped with 4:28 to go. Jason Martin in the game to punt it away for the Indians.
Mays and Burkett back deep.
Goodness gracious, Andrew and Paul.
For Highland.
Not one of their strengths, especially in this ball game.
No, you can bet they're going to send the house. I would if I was the Highlanders. I'd send everybody.
Well, while we have a break in the action here, did you know that the Dartmouth School Music Association operates a concession stand for almost all of the events that take place at Gillette Stadium?
And their hot dogs are good, by the way.
Well, a portion of every sale and all tips are donated back to DSMA to help fund the Dartmouth Public Schools music program. If you are attending a game, event, or concert at Gillette, follow the DSMA Facebook page for information on which stand they will be at for that event, and please support them. If you're interested in volunteering to work at the stand, please contact the DSMA or the music department at the high school, and they can assist you. Well, this has turned out to be a thriller.
And Jackson Hart is out there with the offense.
Are they going
to at the 35?
Run a play or do a hard count?
4th and 6.
Right, so it'll be outside, being able to get a first down on an offside.
So here we go. Might be the biggest play of the season. Are they going to try to draw him offside, or are they going to go with it? He may kick this. He does.
Let it go.
And picked up beautifully down there. Nice play. Special teams comes through. Jalen Adams. And
what a smart play here by the Dartmouth Indian special teams. Rather than do a traditional punt, they have them out there like they're going to run a play on offense. Hart kicks the ball, and it just rolls right down to the 1-yard line and covered by Dartmouth by Freitas. Oh, what a great play.
Nice.
So now they got to go 99 yards.
Well, perhaps a headache that he had a few minutes ago. He's losing his hair, by the way. I remember when he had a lot of hair. He's got that headset covering up the little bald spot there.
A lot of it he lost in the third quarter.
Oh, the guys in the truck.
Yes.
We could tell you folks in Dartmouth that the TV station up in Milton is very good. That's the only report we have. If we win, 2 in the backfield.
Don't jump.
And now did the Indians jump is saying
Penalty mark is on the play.
Well, he got back.
on
so-
Doherty, so let's see.
Side says it's an illegal procedure. The other side says it's an offside. And when all is said and done,
Indians look like they jumped offside against the Indians, so that takes the ball off the
Highlanders will bring the ball out.
1 foot line, and
First and 10 for the Highlanders at their own 6.
It'll be 1st and 5.
Excuse me, 1st and 5.
there's Jalen Adams on the outside, may have moved. Obviously he did. He got the flag. 4:20 to go, and it's awful quiet in this press box. Andrew and Paul usually have a lot to say, but I think they're a little nervous. 2 backs in there now, and Burke's been a killer. Romeo's got to toss it long and deep. It falls incomplete.
Pass intended for Reynolds is incomplete.
Reynolds, the speedster, falls incomplete. It'll be second down and 10.
Well, those are the plays that make you nervous because that Reynolds is a speedster. He hasn't got the ball much, but the times he got the ball in the jet sweep, he's fast. So he gets behind Maddox, Dupree, one of the other defensive backs. He could take it for the 95 yards for a touchdown.
Gotta like the play call too. 1st and 5, right? You just go for it right there. You miss it. Okay, now it's 2nd and 5. Certainly makeable to get the first down here and utilize that speed. Maybe you just surprise Dartmouth with the long one right then and there. So a good play call, just weren't able to execute it correctly.
Romeo on the
Left side.
Is Burke, and Burke's wrapped up. Tried to square his shoulders, and the Indians were right there to get him.
Yeah, excellent pursuit here by the Indians. Burgo setting the edge. Martin coming from the pursuit. Nice play by the Dartmouth, not letting him cut back, and the clock continues to run here on a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
Clock rolling here at the stadium. Here's Romeo.
All right, so Romeo calls signal. He sends a man in motion. That's Dennis who settles down over here on the left.
Burke stands beside him. They're taking a long time to get this play off. Now Romeo looking at his wrist.
Running back position. Romeo calls signals.
Here's Romeo. Get him. Here comes the rush. Down he goes.
Jalen Adams.
Josh Carrero and Adams.
And he is sacked by Jalen Adams.
Pretty happy on that one, amongst others.
Nice job by Jalen Adams to fight through there, come from the backside.
Brings the ball back to the
Huge
3-yard
stop.
line. It will be 4th down and 8.
So looks like they're going to punt the football with 3 minutes to go.
I don't think you have a choice, right? I mean, you're backed up. You get the ball back to the Indians at the 2-yard line if you don't get it. So
For the Indians,
Freitas and Andrews back deep.
Romeo,
the quarterback, is punting. And he gets it away. It's a low kick. The Indian coach is saying, just get out of the way, walk off the field. Takes a nice roll for the visitors, but not quite far enough. The Indians holding on. Paul Santos to a 1-score lead. Have it at the Doherty Memorial 35.
Interesting to see how this pans out, but you know, you could make a case that they could have gone for it there, 4th and 5, figuring, well, you're not going to get it. The game's going to be over, I suppose, but you really needed to keep the ball there. Now look at this. Not a good punt. Ball didn't go very far. The Indians have the ball on short field where they've been able to have a lot of success during the game. So really, they may be a first down away of ending this game right here. I mean, they're going to be in field goal territory. As long as they don't make any big mistakes, they'll be able to finish them off right here. So we'll see how it pans out here for Dartmouth.
Well, Doherty has 3 timeouts in their pocket. And soon we'll see this young man, Jackson Hart, have a lot to do with this drive, but this guy's not bad either. That's Gremlin.
nice play, nice run by Gremlick. As much as you want a first down there, it might actually benefit the Indians to not get that first down and make the Highlanders burn a timeout there. Oh, they're not calling timeout.
No, the clock is rolling, and it's 2nd down and 1.
Interesting.
So the Indians holding on. It looks like they may be traveling up to Milton. And the last time Andrew and I were up there, that was a complete horror show a few years ago.
It was.
This is Marcus.
Get down.
Marcus is going to slide down at the 20. Smart play. Listen to Andrew. He must have a headset inside his helmet.
Stay in bounds. Keep that clock running. One of the quicker players here on the Dartmouth Indians team. Enjoyed watching him play all year long, and gives up the ball there after obtaining the first down.
Timeout, Doherty.
Well, we have a timeout. Field side. Hey, do you know that the Dartmouth High School Hall of Fame Committee is looking for nominations of former players, coaches, teams, supporters, contributors? In order to maintain the integrity of the Hall of Fame, nominees must exemplify the highest standards of sportsmanship, ethical conduct, and moral character. Now, thanks to the people on the committee before me, I don't think moral character was in there. I think we added that this year. So all candidates must be judged on their significant and or long-time contributions to athletic endeavors. In addition, as much as possible, acknowledge leadership in his or her chosen field or community, state, and national presence will be considered. Candidates may be nominated as a player, a coach, and contributors by anyone out there in the public. Candidates may not nominate themselves. For more information, visit biggreensports.org and click on the Hall of Fame banner. And I can tell you, Chairperson Mike Shea couldn't find a nicer person, a more honest person, and he has done a great job. A lot of Dartmouth coaches, people from the community. He's really put together a outstanding committee. So get your name in there if you think you're a Hall of Famer. Just make sure you have a lot of information on your application. There's Gremlick pushing the pile. They're trying to take the ball away from him. And big Bryce Miller said, well, I think I'll give you a WWE slam.
Looks like he picked him up. And
Another timeout by Doherty.
so if Dartmouth does hang on to this game, we went up to that Milton game 2 years ago, and a lot of these kids were sophomores and kind of had bright eyes in the playoffs and kind of almost got run off the field in a way. And I think if they go back, you know, kids like Jalen Adams and Burgo and Bowie Freitas, those guys were all first-time varsity players in a playoff situation and a crazy place to play. It'd be interesting to see what happens next week with these guys. Have 2 more years of varsity full seasons under their belt and see what can happen up there. I mean, Milton always has a good senior-led team, so it'll be a good game if Dartmouth can hold on here.
The Town of Dartmouth Veteran Advisory Board and Veteran Service Officer will be hosting a Veterans Day ceremony on Saturday, November 11th at 11 a.m. The ceremony will take place at the Veterans Memorial Grove located at the Maria Conifer Active Living Center, the Council on Aging at 628 Dartmouth Street. The brief program will take place rain or shine, and refreshments will be served after the ceremony. So that's Saturday, November 11th, 11 a.m.
It never rains on Maria Connor. Great volunteer for the seniors for a long time in this town. Here's a pitch to Gremlick, near side, breaks a tackle, runs over a tackle, and that's Pullman that he lowered and squared his shoulders into.
It's going to be close to a first down.
Ball is on the 11-yard line.
Nice play by Gremlick. Keep his feet though. Stay inbounds, get upfield. 3rd and 1 here in a short one.
Last time out being taken right now by Doherty. 45 seconds left.
That is their 3rd and final timeout.
So first down by Dartmouth ends the game. And even if they don't get it, right? Is there enough time to run another play?
I think 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah, it's the play clock 35 or 40 in high school. I don't know. I can't remember, but.
Well, you know, your mind hasn't been, you know, you've only been doing this for 5 or 10 years. You'll get it. Hey, join us live on Thanksgiving for the annual Dartmouth Fairhaven football game. Our coverage begins with the 3 of us. at 9:30 a.m. with our pregame show. We have a special sideline reporter, I understand, for that game. Kickoff scheduled for 10 a.m. live. Thursday, November 23rd. Watch all the action on Dartmouth Comcast Channel 18 or on DCTV's YouTube channel. We'll be there. It'll be cold. It'll be nice and warm when I get home, and that fresh pigeon is roasting in the roaster. Ooh. Andrew and I look forward to it every year, Paul.
Oh, yeah, that's
quite
the whole time we're doing the game, we're thinking about the turkey.
Yes. All right, 3rd and 1.
1 yard, game over. Might be game over anyway.
The game's over. I think you just take a knee right here. And he's kind of running forward on the quarterback sneak. And they're going to move the chains. Let's see. Yes, they did. Indians begin to celebrate. Ricky White with Jackson Hart. Big hug for his junior leader. There's another one. Those two kids are the heart and soul of the Indian offense. And Jackson Hart celebrating with his teammates and coaches along the sideline here. Big win for the Indians as they advance to the 2nd round of the Division III MIAA state tournament. Both teams now will meet at midfield. The game is officially over. The final here from the stadium. Dartmouth High School 34. Doherty Memorial with a furious comeback. 27. Andrew?
Oh, it was an entertaining game. A lot of mistakes, but a lot of good plays. Dartmouth has a lot to build on for next week. They got to limit the mistakes if they're going to Milton. That's always a good team, always a disciplined team. So they got to keep that momentum going. They got to fix some problems. But overall, it's a very good game by the Indians. And hopefully next week they can pull this off against their House of Horrors up in Milton.
That's for sure. There's your final score. The Indians remain unbeaten, Paul Santos, at 9-0.
Yeah, great win here for Dartmouth, hanging on in the 4th quarter. Dartmouth had a 3-touchdown lead. It was 34-13 late in the 3rd, and a furious comeback, as Jim said, by Doherty cut that down to a 1-touchdown lead, but the Indians hang on. Quick recap on the scoring: a 17-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Hart to Marcus Andrews, a Jackson Hart to Gramlich 15-yard touchdown pass. We had a 25-yard touchdown run by Marcus Andrews, a 58-yard Gramlich interception return. What an exciting play that was. And Hart, a 1-yard touchdown run. Those are the 5 touchdowns by the Indians. As far as Doherty is concerned, 3 touchdown runs by their big guy, Malachi Burke. What a great game he had, 3 touchdown runs. And then they had the blocked punt touchdown by Jalen Givers, which got everybody taking a deep breath and everybody kind of squirmed to the edge of their seat here at Dartmouth Memorial Stadium. But there you go. The celebration is on. The Indians are still undefeated. They win 34-27, and they've won the 1st round of the playoffs, the round of 16.
Yeah, and Andrew, I think Milton they dropped. I think they were 1-2 through most of the season. They might be a 4 seed, maybe?
I think they're a 4 seed. I think 4 plays 5 if they both win. So, but regardless, they're always tough, and that's a tough place to play. I mean, over the years, Dartmouth and Milton have had great games, leading back to games at Brockton, the regionals they had. So, it's kind of a rivalry in a way, but Dartmouth needs to prove that they can stick with Milton. The last couple of times they played, he got kind of run off the field. So, a lot of seniors on this team this year, and hopefully they can come back and remember that loss a couple years ago.
Dartmouth seems to find a way to win like they did tonight against Milton. Some observers thought, or rather against Doherty, some observers thought, gee, they're going to have a little bit of a difficult time. But, hey, they capitalized on the mistakes that were made by their opposition. Some big plays on defense, some big plays on special teams. They withstand the furious comeback at the end, and hats off to the Green tonight.
And we started off this telecast with a little issue in the pregame show, if you recall. But we did mention that they were mirror images of one another. Mm-hmm. And in this game, it showed offensively, both teams averaged about 9 or 10 given up defensively. But the defenses really were no match for the offense in this game. Both teams just ran up and down, ran their plays, and the second half, late in the second half, Doherty Memorial, the big kid, Burke, he was tough.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns tonight for Doherty Memorial, but he's going to go home tonight not feeling too good because I'm sure he'd rather have the win than the 3 touchdowns for sure. But a great game by him, and he left it all out on the field tonight against Dartmouth.
So that'll do it here from Memorial Field. The Indians advance in the state tournament. Last score we had, Milton was leading their opponent. And if they win, they will hold home field advantage. And you'd have to check with DCTV and the school throughout the week. That's it from here. Final score, Indians 34, the Highlanders 27. Indians remain undefeated. For my broadcast partners, Paul Santos and Andrew Thompson, I'm Jim Thompson. Long, everybody.
I'm Jason. What's yours?
Bishop Stang beat Norton High School tonight, 28-17.
Maria! Hi, how you doing? So it was a house party. We were in the backyard.
The Dartmouth High School marching bands will be performing their 2023 production, Stencils at an Alleyway. Drum major, is the band ready? Drum major, you may take the field for performance.
Fans of America,